Hello, everybody. Let's see how this goes. We've been having some issues with streaming, so hopefully this will work out a little better. We've updated some settings, and we're new. Got cut us some slack. So what I wanted to do today is take a few minutes and just kind of show you some of the stuff that I've been getting lately, mostly from the Grindhouse video store here in Tampa. They have an online presence as well. You could definitely check them out. Grindhouse Video here in Tampa has an absolutely insane amount of content. You get it there at a grindhousevideo.com. Just if you're a physical media guy, they're the place to go. And you can get them online. Luckily, I live basically a mile away. So we're going to start off with Vinegar Syndrome, a couple from them. And I'm going to open these up for you so you can watch that all happen. One is this legendary independent horror film from 1986, Spookies. This has not been available domestically on Blu-ray here in the States, I think maybe at all. And I know Vinegar Syndrome was really looking to get their hands on this one. And they finally were able to pull it off. So I've never seen it. From what I understand, this is basically it was the producer or director bought. So it was an unfinished film, so he bought it and then added a bunch of stuff in himself. But what's supposed to be really unique about this is that it has. You can see me. Look how handsome I am. It has some really fascinating and cool creature designs. So let's take a second here and just pop that sucker open. Now, I don't think they're still available. I think the first round is empty. But if you buy them directly from Vinegar Syndrome, they have exclusive slipcovers. They kind of do that. Typically, I think it's like the first 200 that you buy directly from them. So, but I like to support Grindhouse. Though Vinegar Syndrome is actually in Connecticut. I'm from Connecticut. The show is originally based in Connecticut. They're in Bridgeport. And they also have a retail store there called oh crap, I have a shirt too. The Archive. And next time I'm back in Connecticut, I think I want to stop back down. But they actually do all their burning of their disc. Everything is done upstairs from the retail store downstairs. And they have vinyl. They have used films. They got their stuff as well. They got lots of cool stuff. It's a great little store. So this is the traditional slipcover that you can get now with your regular retail outlets. And then this actually is a little inappropriate. Sorry, kids. But this was one of the slipcovers, actually, one of the designs. So let's take a look at that. And it's got some really great special features as well. So fully restored 4K transfer from the original 35mm negative. So that's awesome. You know what? Let's make this easy, shall we? It's just our first time doing this, so I have the whole setup's probably a little more complicated than it needs to be. So there we go. Get that bad bear open. I have obviously no idea what I'm doing. So I've been looking forward to this one for a long time. I'd always heard about it. I remember clearly the VHS cover. And the poster at my local video store was Carl's Video in Meriden, Connecticut, for anybody that's really old. And then we go to Tommy K before they just went into tanning. So there you go. There's your Spookies case. Vinegar always does the clear cases. And then there's your Blu-ray. And what's cool is they have the reversible cover as well. So you can get what it kind of originally looked like, I guess. And then you have your two Blu-rays, one for the main feature, and then one for the special features. But I'll be watching Spookies relatively soon. I will not bore you with me putting that back together. But Spookies currently available. Another Vinegar Syndrome one that got a lot of press because of the crazy story behind it, of course. Tammy and the T-Rex. It comes with this cool lenticular cover. Nice little 3D action. What's up? So the story behind this one basically is that when they were making it, they made a very violent, gory film. and then they recut it to be a little more, I don't think family friendly is the right term, but not quite as gory. They took out all the gore and really phoned in on the comedy. And it does have an absolutely legendary scene where the T-Rex is making a phone call at a payphone with his paws, his arms, whatever. It stars Denise Richards and Paul Walker. So what happens basically is Paul Walker's character dies, and this crazy scientist puts his brain into a T-Rex. And basically, like all love stories, they try and make it work. So it has the flip, so it has two-sided, but you have the lenticular cover. An interesting thing, too, about Vinegar Syndrome with this one is this is their first actual 4K release. I confess I didn't break down and get the 4K. I got the traditional Blu-ray, but they are offering the straight-in 4K as well, their first 4K disc. So let's go ahead and open up that bad bear. How many times can I say bad bear? This is fun. I love opening up new presents. It's like Christmas. New presents that I bought myself. All right. Sorry, it's so damn fuzzy. Tell you, first time. Well, we will get better at this. Okay. If we do this again. Another clear case. Another, this is a Blu-ray, and this comes with a DVD as well. You know what I would like that a lot of these studios don't do, and I'm assuming it's all licensing issues, is digital codes. I know it's the anathema to the real collectors because they want to have the physical discs. I'm the same way, but I do like the digital code just for the portability, the ease of use. You know, you have an iPad, computer, even blasphemy, you know, your phone, then you can watch it on the go, on the plane, whatever the case may be. But physical media is not dead, folks, and we got to keep it going. It's not doing very well. It's on life support right now. So keep buying physical media, all right? But Tammy and the T-Rex, another one I am really looking forward to checking out. Moving on. All right, we got two big ones here. Okay. So I've been waiting for this one for a while. I've had this now on DVD and Blu-ray. And now Blue Underground has released another lenticular cover. Fulci's House by the Cemetery. A young couple and their boy, Bob, move into a home that is, air quotes, I don't know, haunted-ish? I know if you listen to the show, I actually made this one of my Blu-ray or home video picks. And the house is, there was a crazy doctor scientist who performed experiments on people. And maybe he's not dead and he didn't leave after all. So this is a brand new 4K transfer. This is in the tradition of their Fulci Zombie remaster that they released. Was that 2 years ago now? And this is when I get nervous about using the letter opener. There we go. And what's cool about these is what they've started to do is include soundtracks. So you can get it's a 3-disc set. So not only do you get the cool lenticular cover, slipcase, you get a bunch of new special features, a brand new transfer, and you get a soundtrack of the CD, or CD of the soundtrack, some people may say. I like to say it reverse order, a little Yoda shit. All right, so there's your lenticular cover. Let's check out some of those special features, all right? What do we got going on there? I don't have enough light in here. Blu-ray, feature film, and extras, new audio commentary, new interviews as well. A Q&A with Spicoli herself. Fantastic. So there you go. This is a typical Fulci gore fest. Plot's a little, dialogue's a little, but it features Bob, who's the kid, who I think is voiced by a 40-year-old man. Either way, it's got a nice little booklet. Well, that's pretty cool. And I believe, too, this initial limited edition is the one that includes this booklet as well as the CD of the soundtrack. It's the only way to get these. See if you get this initial run. There's your man, Fulci, right there. Does a Hitchcock. I believe it shows up in all his films. Some influences. There's the house. So there you go. There's our bad guy, Dr. Funkenstein. Not quite, but close enough. So there, what do we got here? There's your CD, your soundtrack. Then you have your 2019 restoration. And below that will be your special features. So there you go. And we got a little reversible cover action of the original poster. I'm curious. What do you guys do? I always tend to flip them. I like to go with the original art. No disrespect for the artists. I mean, it's a pretty good one. But I tend to go with the original. I tend to always flip them. Sorry about that. There you go. House by the Cemetery, 3-disc special edition from Blue Underground. As we said, available right now online. Grindhouse Video. Check them out. Pick it up. All right, here's the last one. This is going to be a short video. We're not going to go too long here. I went back and forth on this one. I must have been in and out of Grindhouse. And they're not paying me, by the way. I know I keep mentioning them a lot. But I like to support my local stores, especially one dedicated to physical media. So I went back and forth on this one. I don't know. I tend to go there once a week, once every couple of weeks. And I had this in my hand probably a dozen times. That's me taking off the price tag. And I finally pulled the trigger. There's a particular reason. So let's show you. There you go. You got Arrow's new release of RoboCop. Now, part of the issue why I was going back and forth on it is because the transfer. It's the same transfer that's currently available for the Blu-ray you can get at like Best Buy for like $7. So, Arrow's going to have to pack in some stuff here to make it worth your while. Because this is going to cost you anywhere from, depending on where you get it, $28, $30, $35. Now, it's got a bunch of special content on it, okay? And this is the limited edition set, which has got a bunch of stuff inside of it. You see that? There's a book. There's a poster as well. But I think what made me finally pull the trigger is the inclusion of the television cut. If this comes out on 4K, which is really what was holding me back. But if I'm going to upgrade and get RoboCop again, I had this on VHS, I've had it on DVD, I've had it on Blu-ray, I think twice now. And if they do release a 4K disc of this eventually, which I'm sure they will, that's what I was waiting for. But this has the television cut. And I'm telling you right now, there's no way that TV cut is going to be included in any, regular major studio release. It's just not going to be worth their time to do it. And the TV cut is in standard definition, which is fine. I mean, what do you really expect? You're not going to spend the money on doing a high def restoration of a television cut. And plus it kind of adds to the appeal of it that it's a TV cut. But there's something about a movie that's as violent and has as much profanity as RoboCop does to kind of watch that TV cut. Because I don't remember what the replacement words are. So I'm curious to kind of rewatch that TV version again. RoboCop 2 would be interesting to get a TV version of it too, because that one has more profanity in it than this does. I don't know if you people know this, but when RoboCop 2 came out, there was a lot of people upset and up in arms about it because it had that kid who swore all the time and he was firing guns all the time. It was a big deal back then. People were like, it shouldn't be in the theaters. Either way. So here's Arrow's set. Listen, it is beautiful. It's got this hard slipcase, right? And it's a gorgeous set. It's if you have the Reanimator set, that kind of stuff. It's just like that. It's got this slightly taped on back thing. So let's see what's actually back here. Oh, sweet little OCP action. God, sometimes I wonder how far away we are from this at this point. All right. let's take a look at those goodies. There's Murphy. That's your poster. That's your book. That's nice. Look at that. That's a pretty thick book. I like that action. And it's available as a steel book, actually, by the way, too. But you don't get... I don't think you get the book in the poster if you get the steel book. I'm not a steel book guy. A lot of people are steel book fans. Don't really make a difference to me. I'm not... I guess I'm just not a collector of those. Though that Terminator Dark Fate one looks pretty sharp. I just don't know if it's worth the extra $5. Ooh. Look at that. Protected by RoboCop. Good to know. Is that a sticker? Yeah, that's a sticker. So you can put that on your car, put that on your house, your dog, maybe get a tattoo of it. So here's some of the other cool stuff that's in here, right? You have these lobby cards. Obviously miniaturized, but smaller, but you have lobby cards. That's where the guy says F me over and over again. RoboCop, the future of law enforcement. A classic scene. One of the best deadpan black comedy moments in cinema history is when they ask, go get a medic after that guy has been shot up. Same in the back for that one. Another infamous scene. RoboCop breaks up the sexual assault, shoots the guy in the junk. Good stuff. Here's when we find out about that final directive when you can't act against an officer of OCP. Dick Jones is such a jerk. Firing our cool little handgun. I used to do a little voice imitation of that. So there you go. And there he is. How about we get that centered? I have to actually look at what I'm doing. All right. Got a little catalog for Arrow here, I believe. Whoop, excuse me. Get that out of there. No, just a little card. Pushing their American Werewolf in London set. John Landis. Not a great guy. Look up the story of the Twilight Zone movie about John Landis. His kid, too. Horrible person. All right. So, disc 1. You have your director's cut. OCP logo. And then here's your theatrical right there. I'm assuming then that's where going to be where the soundtrack is. The soundtrack. Still got the other... I got a... What do you call it there? House by the Cemetery on my mind. Your TV version. And then, of course, like we said before, you got your original poster right there. Your original cover. You know what? Which one am I going to use? What do you think? Which one do we go with? Initially I was going to say I'm going to go with the new one. I actually think that is really cool, but got the slipcase it's going to be in anyway. So no worries, no concerns there. Try to get clever. That's what you get, Chris, when you try and get clever. All right. So, oh yeah, let's look at RoboCop here. Let's look at the book. Dead or Alive, You're Coming With Me. Classic line. I was going to make that my senior quote, but they said no. So we got cast and crew, Tales of Blood and Steel, original production notes about the cast, about the filmmakers, RoboCop Rob, RoboCop and Generation I Grew Up With It, dismantling and reassembled, about the transfer, and then some production credits. And then again, there's that same thing, same image on the back of those lobby cards. Man, that's a lot of stuff in here. Oh, there you go. One of the coolest deaths again in movies. Poor guy. So we got lots of photos from the film. Production notes. That'll be good to look. There's your madman right there, Paul Verhoeven. Still got to do something maybe about Starship Troopers. Such a brilliant film. That's a film that's actually finally got its due. Kind of like Halloween 3. Starship Troopers, people have really, the last 4 or 5 years, have really come around on what that movie's really about and appreciated it for what it is. So, there you go. It's a really, I'm telling you, it's a really gorgeous set. I think it's worth it. It was worth it. I'm glad I picked it up. There he is. God, that was disturbing. All right. And let's go ahead and take a look at the poster, shall we? It's of the artwork of that new cover. Oh, and it's the reverse side is the original. Nicely done. I did not plan this well, so I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get it all on the camera. Let's see here. Let's move some stuff down here. That'll work. You help. Perfect. Let's try not to ruin anything. So there you go. It's just a cover. But what's awesome is it does have the original as well. How about we do this? Let's try that. There you go. Hopefully nobody gets too motion sickness there. All right, so that's RoboCop. That is a hell of a set. Arrow, you gone and done good. Gotta admit. All right. So that's going to be that for this unboxing opening thing. I guess what I understand is the kids love the unboxing stuff, so that was just for you guys. What should we do next time? Well, I got some real goodies that I am waiting to open up. One of them I'm exceptionally embarrassed about. I think I talked about it on the show, or maybe it was off camera. Matt and I had a conversation about it. But let's see here. One I have yet to open. I've had this for 3 months now. Is this import book here about They Live, a visual and cultural awakening. A bunch of different writers and artists combined, work together from Rough Trade Books. So you can see that there, Rough Trade Books, to create this They Live book. Honor apathy, obey. And it's all about the film, but it has lots of goodies in it. See, it's starting to come open right now as it is. So tune in next time. We can see me go through the They Live book, which is just awesome. I would have got this for Matt as a Christmas present too, maybe, or some kind of present, but it was just too pricey, and I don't care for him that much. But the big thing that I have yet to open, I've had it now. I bought it basically the last one of the first Criterion sale, Barnes & Noble, that was available when it came out. So this is the original, this is the first edition of this set. I have yet to open it. And that's the Bergman set. So it was 50% off, plus if you're a member, you get another 10% on top of that. So this is Criterion's Ingmar Bergman Cinema. Still unopened. I don't know. I am just a slacker. So maybe we'll go ahead and dive into that next time. And I have the Godzilla set too, and that's not open either. All right, folks. That's going to be it for this little fun little streaming trip. I think I'm going to do a tier maker next. Maybe do a Bond thing. Maybe do some music too. I've always wanted to rate all the David Bowie albums. There's a lot of movie stuff we can do too. Anyway, this was basically a big test of our streaming. Everything seems to have worked out perfectly for a change. And that's it. So thanks for watching. Everybody have a great weekend. And we'll see you soon. Take care.